Hey everyone, it's the Vegan Foodie here. So listen, this is the story time that you didn't ask for, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, baby. So stay tuned for more because I got an exclusive story time that, trust me, you're not going to want to miss it. So stay tuned. So listen, I was just sitting here thinking, and I was like, you know what? They didn't ask for this story time, but I'm going to give them the story time because this is a story that I need to share that will actually give you an insight on why I'm so spiritual, what kind of sparked my spirituality, what kind of sparked my journey into this life. Now, granted, you know, things been happening to me since I was a child, since I was like 7. That's when I had my first kind of spiritual connection, being a medium, and my uncle, Johnny, who actually at the age of 7, he died of AIDS, which is 1987. He died of AIDS, and it was like a traumatic thing. And the last time that I seen him, I asked him to babysit me, and he was like, I couldn't. He was sick. Right after that, he died. So the morning that he died, or the night that he died, I had a dream that he babysat me. We flew over the White Meadows, like this beautiful thing. When I woke up, my mom was crying, and I was like, Mom, why are you crying? She was like, your Uncle Johnny died. And I was like, I know, he came to me in my dream. So it started for me at 7, but that's not anything compared to the story time, honey. And I'll talk about that later on in other videos and all that kind of stuff. But let's get into this. Okay, so listen. Everybody talk about exorcisms on a lot of different, websites, movies, YouTube, all that kind of stuff, right? Exorcisms, ghosts and people, demons and people, and all this kind of stuff, right? But not until you actually experience it do you really know what's really good, right? Especially if you're in the vicinity of the room. So I'm going to take it back. I was 13 years old, and we lived in Detroit, so I was going to a church called Word of Faith. And if you go to Word of Faith, you know that they have youth service. And with youth service, they have youth camp. And with youth camp, they have a bunch of kids from all over the place coming to one place at one time for a few days to do things like praise God, have fun, and be teenagers, right? So, I was 13 years old, decided, my mom sending me to camp like normal. What she do? I was a camp type kid. So I went to camp. And there's this girl that was in camp that went to church, and she would always, because my name was Red when I was in school. Or when I was in, that age, Red. So she'd be like, hi, Red. So I thought that she had I thought she was, for lack of a better term, because when you young, you don't know, I thought she was slow, retarded, whatever, right? Like in special ed, whatever. Sorry, don't mean to be offensive to anybody, but that's what I thought at 13 years old. So I'm thinking this, right? So anyway, we all got our rooms, and I can't remember the girl that was like one of my friends that was staying in the room with her, but we all were paired up in different rooms. So one day, in one of the days, we had church service. And we were all sitting around. I was sitting on this side toward the front. She was sitting on that side. And the girl raised her hand and said, she cursing God. So basically she was saying F God, right? First of all, we kids, teenagers, whatever. And then you cuss in the church. And then you saying this in church. Like, hold up, shawty. What's really good? So mind you, the girl was always like a dark demeanor. She had a deep voice and all this kind of stuff, right? I even gave her my number because I was like one of them type of friends that, I felt sorry for people. And if I felt sorry for you, if I feel like I can give you sunshine, life, lift you up, give you a upbringing, not an upbringing, but just uplifting. I was always taking the misfortunates and doing stuff for them, right? I was that type of kid because I had abundance. So I was giving it away, right? And so, I had befriended a girl because I thought, maybe she needs to let nobody talk to her. Because I was, popular. So I knew people. So I'm like, okay, I can make you, what I'm saying? If I fuck with you, then other people going to fuck with you. And now you cool, right? Wrong. So we in church, and they said she cursed God. Now, mind you, we're at youth camp. Now that I'm an adult and I understand it, I know they were scared as fuck. But anyway, they brought her to the front, and they started to pray for her. Now, it was like 3 or 4 grown men standing around her, holding this girl down, right? Holding her down, right? This is a little girl, a little frail, little small frame girl, holding her ass down. She's saying all kinds of crazy stuff in this deep, deep voice, and we like, oh shit, she's possessed. So they turned to us and they're like, you better pray. We gotta get this demon out of here. You better pray. You better get it out of here and cover yourself. And all I kept thinking, because I was standing on the front row, right? So I could see the girl right there. And I'm watching the shit, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I need to cover myself. I didn't know. At 13 years old, I didn't know what I needed to do, but I know at that point I needed to cover myself spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And I prayed, and it was like, I prayed so hard to where I felt a white shield come over me. It was like a beam of light covering me because I needed to be covered. You hear me? Covered. Because they were getting this demon out of this girl, and where was this demon gonna go? Okay, because when a demon gets out of somebody, it gotta go somewhere. It wasn't coming in me, the kid, right? So anyway, so I'm praying. And, you know, they do the whole exorcism. The girl basically, you know, eventually, you know, the demon gets out of her, right? And so now we like, okay, the demon out. Ooh, child. Let's go to the pool and relax. So there was a youth pastor daughter. She said, oh, my stomach hurt. They in my stomach. I'm like, what the fuck? Now, granted, now that I'm older, I understand this is your solar plex, right? This is a pivotal point. So you don't really want to have nothing, you know what I'm saying, coming up in here. This is a very pivotal spot when it comes to your solar plexus, your sacral. This is the area. This is your gut instinct. You know when you say your gut instinct? This is this area. So the girl had a demon in her. We like, oh shit. We trying to swim and have fun. The youth pastor said, listen, fuck this. The water is now, everybody get baptized. I don't care if you got baptized before, you get baptized again. Look, it's making me sweat thinking about this story. You getting baptized again. So they dunking us. Whoosh, whoosh, everybody get baptized. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Let me tell you something. That night, the boys slept with all the boys in the, like, we were scared. The boys was on one side, sleeping together. The girls in one room, sleeping together. And come to find out, my friend, because now they got this girl under supervision, right? She on some, you gotta get up out of here. Because I can't even remember seeing her ever again. Like, to be honest, after the exorcism, I've never seen that girl ever again. And this is what, 30-something years later. I never seen her again. But anyway, the girls in one room, the boys in another. So my friend says, I woke up, that's why I woke up to her on top of me trying to choke me. Wait. So this thing was trying to kill you? Oh, hell no. That's when I knew that spirituality was real. Fast forward, the whole camp was the most religious, spiritual, cleansing. I need God. What is my mission? I am open. Situation I've ever been in my life, right? I come home, I tell my mama, I read, Spirit told me to read Revelation. I read the whole Revelations. Imagine your 13-year-old child coming home from camp telling you that she's seen a girl possessed by a demon and now she want to read Revelations. What the fuck is going on here? Which, that experience opened me up. So when I started high school, I could read people's energies. I could tell if you was get beat, molested, hurt, anything that was hurting your soul, your spirit, I could see it. And I could feel it. And was nobody exempt. And not an adult and not a kid. And when you go into high school and all them kids is big and everybody got their own issues, that shit was too much for me. I can remember standing in the hallway, like my first or second day of high school, and just like, I had to shut it off because I was too open. I can feel energies. I can read people. And it was just like, oh my God. So later on, you know, I've learned to deal with this gift that I've had, you know, and this gift that I have, because it's with me now, you know, but this gift that I have, and I know discernment, and when people pass now, they come to me and I embrace it. And, you know, I'm thankful to be in this spot. But at 13 years old, honey, seeing I'm somebody, listen, you know how people say shit and they're like, oh, or they be like, I know somebody, or I seen a video about somebody that seen somebody. No, I seen it. I lived it. I know. I saw it. And I have witnesses of people that I still talk to this day, that we have a bond because we both been through the craziest shit in the world, right? But anyway, Listen, if this is your first time checking out my YouTube, not trying to spook you. I do vegan food. I do nice stuff and lovey stuff. So I ain't trying to creep you away, but I just want you to know that, listen, this is why I am the way I am. This is why I'm spiritual. This is why I try to, just be on a positive energy. And I'm always about, energy and vibrations and just about eating right and holistic. All of this stuff is tied in, People can say, well, this spirit world, but we got this, we got the real world. Listen, honey, when it comes to the spirit of the real world, there is no difference. It's all merged. I've seen it, I believe it, I know it, right? So therefore, I know how to protect my energy. And guess what that meant? That meant that because I seen that girl with that demon, guess what I could see? And people. So you wonder why I don't fuck with people like I do? Right, okay? And I'm not trying to be caught up in nobody's energies, especially when I was working in the industry. Whoo, child, that's when I had to turn it off. Once I turned it back on, because it was off for a while. Once I turned it on, I could not even deal with the industry, because before I could feel it, I think maybe, but now I can see it. It's magnified in my face. And the more that I worked on myself, the more transparent things came to me, the more I'm able to see stuff and feel stuff and know stuff. And guess what? Only thing I can say is I'm thankful for my gifts, first and foremost. And that experience, I can't say, oh, it was a wonderful experience because somebody had a demon in them, right? We're just going to keep it funky. But as a spiritual person, I'm very grateful because I was able to witness something that some people don't even believe is real. And I seen it. So I know it. I feel it. And if I say I don't fuck with it, it's because it's a reason, honey. And, people like to say, oh, demons ain't real. Baby. And I'll get into more story time about how, I've had experiences where they tried to deter me and how my life progressed, but that's more story time. I ain't trying to put it all on you. So anyway, listen, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. I'm everywhere. Twitter, YouTube, The Vegan Foodie. Just theveganfoodie.com. If you want to be a part of my Vegan Vixen tribe, which is tribal women that I work with every single day, I'm giving them recipes, I'm giving them motivational. Saturday, which was today, we did a workout. Sundays, we do a Zoom call. I'm doing giveaways, my ladies. Like, I'm always looking to put this what's inside of me and other women. So if you want to be a part of an organization of women that is about self-improvement, love, eating right, being healthy, and just encouraging each other with no judgment. Because I don't do that judging. I don't do that judging zone. We don't do that over here. So, if you want to be a part of that, make sure you DM me on Instagram, right? At The Vegan Foodie. Simple. But anyway, listen, I'm out of here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me. Stay tuned for another episode. More story times. More recipes. I got you. Oh, I got product reviews coming too. I got some food coming. Stay tuned.